What's up? What's up, everybody? I'm live. I'm live. Another random show. Surprise, surprise. Today I'm whispering because it's late. Um, but yeah, I thought, man, I want to watch some. Want to watch some dope Filipino martial arts videos. I got a bunch lined up here, and we're gonna talk about why I think it's dope. We're gonna start off with this video, and then after that video, we are going to look at Rapido Realismo Kali boxing video. And then after that, we're going to look at a short but pretty cool Tomahawk sparring video featuring Jason Jones and Lamont. And then we're going to watch a video of GM Bobby talking about the grouping system. You guys are going to want to stay tuned for that. And then after that, we're going to look at a video of Edgar Sulite. I'm going to tell you why I think this man is absolutely phenomenal. We're going to watch a video. I'm going to show you some extraordinary stuff. And then here's a system I don't know enough about. I don't know who runs it. I don't know who founded it. I don't know really the methodologies, but I saw one drill on Baraw Sugbo that I just thought was just really brilliant, really brilliant. So I want to share that. Well, first, I want to watch this video with you guys. And man, what's going on? Here we go.
Oo.
Look at this cat. Look at this cat. It almost looks like. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. Let's see. You guys still hear me? Can you guys hear me talking while we're watching these videos? Morning, Big Shot. What's up, homie? So how do I muffle down the volume of this? Thought I knew. Okay, that's the screen. Mute. Good morning. Good morning. So look at this dude. Sound is okay? Cool. Look at this dude. Okay. By the way, big shout out to this channel. It's called Jungle Wild Tapado. It's like this kind of weird Filipino based channel. They just do all sorts of, like, they do treasure hunting and mining and stuff like that. But man, they posted this cat. And let's talk about him. Let me get back real small here. Yeah, forget about these dudes. This guy. So first of all, the agility is incredible. I love the low stance, the crouching, the short hops, the kind of shift weight. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking with somebody online about where I think this might have originated. This looks like somebody who's kind of like has to cut a lot of farmland, and he's kind of like hopping and sweeping the grass, clearing the brush. And it seems that a lot of martial arts developed from, agricultural necessity. But look at this. Look at that. Incredible. Incredible. All right. So that's the first video. That was from a Decuerdas system, which I've heard about Decuerdas, but I've not seen really anything that wowed me until I saw that dude. That dude's incredible. Go to bed. Go to bed. What about this dude impresses you? Well, we can look, man. We can look. Before we move on to the next video, I think number one, he doesn't look young, He looks like an older gentleman. Probably likes to drink a little beer now and then, or lambanog. But the fact that he is able to even crouch this low and move with that level of agility is enough, right? But we're talking about coordinating that. Like, these are power shifts, right? These are not just angle changes, right? He's setting up. Every time he shifts, he's setting up. He's twirling, but he's setting up for a power shot. So that's what impresses me about him. And obviously, like we haven't seen him spar, but there's a level of mastery with this. Like, these short hopping motions, It could, and one of the reasons too, bro. Honestly, one of the reasons is that I'm thinking now this developed from jungle mountainous region with like sticky ground surface. I think this would be dope for snow, and I live in Canada. You know what I mean? Just popping in and out, not really, not a whole lot of wide footwork like bikini tertia that could cause you to slip and get off balance. This guy's close to the ground, so even if he did fall, it's not gonna be too damaging. So that's why that was impressive. Thank you for that question. All right, so the next, man, I'm trying to navigate all this crap. But I should have, while we were watching that, I should have been like this. Should have been like, up next, RRK street boxing. Now, look, guys, I'm perhaps hypocritically so, but I am critical sometimes of Filipino martial arts empty hand skills. And part of the reason why I'm critical of Filipino empty hand skills is because we don't really see it tested, and I'm not really seeing a whole lot. I'm not seeing a whole lot of the kind of methodologies one would expect from empty hands. Sparring, progressive compartmentalized drill sets that develop particular skills and then integrating them into a bigger picture. And I think part of the reason why, and guys, I want you to think about this. Part of the reason why we don't see a lot of demonstrations of empty hands in the Filipino martial arts, part of the reason is because everybody gets hit with empty hands. And I think we've gotten so accustomed to the whole, oh, it's a blade, you can't afford to get hit, every hit is fatal, that when that bleeds over into empty hand, we the truth reveals itself. Even the greatest get hit. And so that's why we don't see a lot of the stuff that I'm about to show you from Rapido, Realismo, Kali. This video, when I saw this video, I saw people who looked awesome. I saw people who looked like beginners. I saw people who look like they've been doing it for some time, which is realistic, right? You're not going to see absolute perfection. This is a training session, is another thing. When I play this video, I want you guys to think about the progression that you're seeing, okay? Because there is a progression all the way up until the end when there's compartmentalized drills where people are actually being pressurized. And it's not just regular boxing, which is amazing in and of itself. You get to see a little bit of the street element, okay? I'm talking too much. But after this video, I'm trying to manage all these damn banners. After this dope video, we're going to go watch some Tomahawk sparring. But first, we're going to give some time to RRK. This is a special class, highlight reel boxing. This man's a bad man right here. He's a bad man. All right, basic jab. Perfect. Right? So if you're a beginner at this class, you're learning fundamentals, right? You just boom. 1, 2, and then a defense, right? So you guys are already seeing a progression. This is what a Panantukan class street boxing should be like, right? Of course, this is a demo. Hands are going to float, right? Moments are going to freeze. But look at this. Those are legit feeds, yo. You know what I mean? Bang. They're on target strikes. Right? So you have bolo punches, you have backhands, you have elbows integrated. But we're not ignoring basic 1-2 combinations. We're not ignoring basic high covers. All right? Back fist, hammer fist, so critical. So critical. Right? Half beat strikes. You G-Kundo people know all about this. You know what I'm saying? Even karate dudes know about this. Look, entry into 2-on-1 control. Off Panantukan, off boxing. Right? Getting to the outside. We're seeing the progression. Boom. Wait a minute. We got to see that again. So that's something that's heavily trained in TRICOM, in police combative. This. right here, what you're seeing right here, I wish I could zoom in right here, right? This is an overhook with a hacking entry, right? It's used in law enforcement. It's super dope. Nobody owns this, by the way. It's not spear system stuff, even though, you know, they do that hacking entry. It's kind of their bread and butter. But look at that. Now he's got an under, right? He's isolating that arm, he's throwing knees, boom, and he's pushing forward. Brilliant. This is a really good class. Right? There you go. Right? This is demo stuff, right? Arms are gonna float, moments are gonna freeze. Of course, you got a kid there. You got all sorts of people from different experience levels. Well, what the hell is that? That's a little JKD straight blast action. A little bit reminiscent, right? But that's great. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, people knock the straight blast in Jeet Kune Do, but yo, against somebody who has no defenses and is just a street thug, that's all you need, man. Just friggin' straight up, like, money punches, center line, right? Just overwhelming offensive and forward aggressive action. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. But, you know, does it always work in, you know, high level athletic MMA competition? No, it's not going to work, right? But for street fighting, straight blast, man. All right. Yeah. This is the man right here. Isagani Abon. Yeah, for sure. Could you see this being used in MMA? What do you mean? Yeah, I see 1-2s being used in MMA. I see underhooks and overhooks being used in MMA. I see high cover being used in MMA. If you are looking at this as, will this entire sequence work? No. Like, not even the 1-2-3 sequence works all the time in MMA. So you got to look at it from a bit of a different lens. MB141, I appreciate your question. But yeah, you see elements of this in MMA. You see it in boxing. You see it everywhere. Let's keep watching. Did we lose volume? I'm not hearing volume here. Oh, there we go. Let's get back a little bit. Right? I think that's called pike in some. Badness. Look at this. Now we're seeing progression. And it's not all out. There's a stop and go. This is critical, you guys. They're not sparring. This is a very, very good, very well controlled, compartmentalized drill. That's a pressure test. See? You hear it go? That's messy, man. That's how it goes. Okay, what he said is, when I say go, he's gonna start punching. You high cover. So what this is, absolutely critical. You can't win fights defending. At some point, you're going to go you need to go, and the quicker the better, from a defensive state into an offensive state. You can't win fights with defense. And so this teaches you how to get inoculated to that overwhelming, just like what's going on while you're covered, while you have structure, and then you flip the switch and then you go offensive. This is an amazing drill. You see this drill all the time manifest in different ways. It's amazing to see it in Filipino martial arts. Yo, you guys got to take RRK. You need to look for this instructor. This instructor is super dope. He's so underrated, and a lot of y'all have never even heard of him. But you need to look for this guy, man. This is a smart cat. And yeah, right, Ryan, you know what's up, man. You know this drill is dope, right? You know this is a dope drill. And you know what? They're doing it safely, right? They're doing it safely. They're not just going all out. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate his engagement with his students while explaining the drills in action. Yeah, yo, why aren't you guys looking for this man? This man is a bad man. He's honestly, I think for me, one of the most underrated Filipino martial arts instructors. This guy needs to be worldwide, right? Y'all agree? All right, should we keep watching? This is a great video. Oh, look at that. Yo, I'm gonna rewind a little bit, grab another beer. You guys enjoy the rest of this video, okay? Watch carefully.
So, tingnan mo yan doon, bayin mo rito, bayin mo nasa sa'yo. Pero sa ngayon, yung pagpasok ay importante sa kailangan mo na straight forward. So, wait. Then,
And I'm back.
kasi dito yan.
Good. You signed up for it. Watch this drill again. You guys can steal this drill. You have my permission. Because it's not his. I'm just kidding. Better learn from him. Look at that. Ruthless. Yes, to Bobby. He's a very nice guy. Yes, the headbutt. Come on, turn it up. Boom, nice. Boom. Oh, that dude landed across. Boom. That's beautiful. Great drill. I love this. Straight up, you guys gotta wait, okay? Because we got Tomahawk sparring coming up next. This is Panantukan, man. Look at that high cover. Big fan. Forget about blocks.
See? Ganyan, ginawa natin ganun, di ba? Ito, slide to, boom. Malit lang na slide.
Penetrating punches from the outside. What's DLC? Let me know what DLC is. Dope. Oh man, that was good. That was a good video. Okay, hope you guys are enjoying this, man. It's kind of late, I know, except for y'all and people in the West Coast and in the Philippines. All right, so the next video I got lined up are my two buddies, and if I'm not mistaken, they are both either dog brothers or candidates. I don't really know, but these dudes spar a lot and they go hard and they go full contact, and even and they have a history of sparring. Like Lamont, Jason used to be on the Kempo, tournament circuit. And not only are they amazing fighters, they're super knowledgeable. Like, they can teach the art of Pikiti Tersha, among others. So it's rare that you have, it's not rare. I shouldn't say rare. There's a lot of you guys out there, right? But it's more rare to find great fighters who are also phenomenal teachers. And I would rank Lamont and Jason in that category. Okay, so we're gonna play this Tomahawk sparring match, right? We're just gonna play it and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay, it's not filmed that great, but I want you to lean in and watch for the nuances, right? This is not a highlight reel. This is raw footage. So we're gonna have to earn knowledge here, and I often do this. I don't know if you guys do this too. Sometimes I just watch videos to be entertained. Other times I'm working hard to get the gems out, and I'm trying to put myself in their positions, and I'm watching relative positioning, and I'm watching how they earn angles, and I'm watching, you're going to see like takedowns and reversals and ranging and measurement. Okay. So again, it's not going to look, like polished, but this is what it's about. All right, here we go. Oh, jeez. They're respecting that axe. They're respecting it. Oh, nice. Oh, but he lost it. We're going to deconstruct that. We're going to deconstruct this. We're going to deconstruct this. Oh, my God. Yo, you guys see that there's so much happening right here? And they're chirping. They're chirping.
Put your knee in. Put your knee in, Lamont. Put your knee in.
Seems like a good idea.
I thought you guys were Tomahawk sparring. I thought you were doing Tomahawk.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Whew. There's a lot happening there. There's a lot happening there. Okay. Lamont is full dog brother. Not sure about Jason. Yeah. Oh, hey, you're welcome. You're welcome, man. You owe me some money, huh? After that video. No, I'm just kidding. Man, I just love your work. I love your work, sir. I love your work. I appreciate it. All right, so let's deconstruct this video. Here, just respecting the weapon, right? There is a battle going on with footwork and angles. And Lamont, I want you to pay attention. Lamont is going to break the stalemate, right? Because they're measuring up. Watch Lamont, and Lamont is this guy, the one on the right. Okay, he's going to cut on a 45-degree angle, and he's going to try to do like an undercut to try to cut under Jason's arm, and it's not going to work out because the tomahawks are going to snag, which happens, and in the process, he loses the tomahawk. Great respect for the weapon here. Good angling, right? Poking, prodding, and here it is. At this moment, Lamont is going to cut 45 degrees. With an undercut, he's going to get his tomahawk snagged. I don't know if he made the cut or not. There it is. Lost it. And then they fight. This is important. I can't see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Like, where is the tomahawk? Jason with a kind of like a hip throw overcommits. Lamont gets top position. Jason still has his tomahawk. Did you guys see that? Watch Lamont. Lamont is currently the guy on top. He's gonna ride. He's gonna ride. He can't see it, but he's gonna ride. Base, boom, to wrist control. Because otherwise, Jason is free to just wail on his head. Let me watch it again. Boom. Try and get wrist control. Jason's fighting for it. Jason reverses. Now, tomahawk is trapped under Lamont's right arm or right armpit. And then this
Put your
is
knee
a
in.
battle
Put your
of
knee in,
attrition
Lamont.
right
Put your
here.
knee in.
Right.
Feels like old time.
Headbutts. Headbutts.
You guys were Durocs tomorrow. I
Headbutts.
thought you were doing Tomahawk.
All this time, the battle that's happening here is for Jason to get that tomahawk out, right? Right now, it's under Lamont's arm. Once Jason takes that out, the fight is done, right? We can speculate about what that tomahawk is happening while, Lamont's got it trapped, but it's going to move, right? It's not going to penetrate deep enough to cause any, fatal fight stopping stuff. The fight that's happening right now is the moment Jason gets that tomahawk out, fight done. But Lamont is putting up a hell of a fight here. And it's out.
Okay.
Immediately, immediately they knew. Both of them, they're like, yep, okay. They knew what was going down. This is why I love watching these two guys. It's like friggin', they're incredible. I've had the pleasure of sparring both of them, and it was an education each and every time. Big, big pleasure. That was a lot. And again, if y'all are just watching these videos, like that was a 55-second video. If you just watch it and you're like, oh, I get it. But there is so much happening. So that's a video that you might have just glanced over and didn't realize the absolute brilliance of. Hey, look who's here, the original Gago. SBC. That's Rex Navarrete, yo. That man is a legend in the Filipino comedy scene. Give it up. Man, I remember listening to this guy's tape that I didn't pay for because we bootlegged it. So next time I see you, I owe you some money, bro. That's the original. That's the OG right there. Alex Ormaz. Thomas Snag. Yeah, same thing with fighting Kama versus Kama, sickle or nunchuck. Yes. Absolutely. Great fight, eh? Great fight. Okay, next one. Close to my heart, man. the handsomest, GM Bobby Tabuada. This is a 4-minute video. But first, I'm going to get my shit together here because I want to let you know what's up. Is Edgar Sulite is up next. But first, we're going to listen to GM Bobby. Particularly, we're going to pay attention about what he says about the grouping system. Okay.
Then once I'm satisfied that he can get that all control, stop and stop, boring, stop. Then we break the pattern. One again, 12. One again. 6 again, 1 again. And
This
that.
guy.
In October of 2017, I visited a Taboada global conference in North Carolina, headed by Grandmaster Bobby Tabuada.
How you become a grandmaster? I don't know. I don't think I'm a grandmaster, really.
One of the most honest men in FMA.
What is grandmaster? Move that, move that.
What I thought was going to be a short session of drills and techniques turned out to be something so much more. Bobby delivered a masterclass.
Changed my life,
in the
this
history
video.
and training methodologies of Balintawak. And to my surprise, he spoke.
Look at
of his
Armaza right there.
life, struggles,
Look at him. Look at that.
and
Look at
in
that.
his
Look at
old
Armaza.
age, the
Look at this
task of
dude.
finding a rightful successor.
See, y'all didn't see. You guys are watching
Fine.
GM Bobby and Brian, I think, but I'm watching Alex Armaza in the background.
His life, his
Look at this
struggles,
dude. Look at this
and
dude.
in his old age, the task of finding a
Look at
rightful
this dude.
successor.
Soaking it in.
Back here.
Look at him.
How many years do I have to live? Another 30 years? I don't want that anymore, man. I'm 70 next year. Again. Right. That's low. That's up. Back. And back.
He's another super dope Balintawak practitioner, by the way. This guy.
And back.
There's a lot
Some
of
people
them.
say, that won't work on me. Of course it will not. It is not a fight, but it is all control.
This dude is an OG too. There's two OGs messing around right here.
Now, lifting and clearing. Quicker, and one again. Okay? Again, this is not a fight. I'm only training him how to lift and clear.
The entire video contains over 30 minutes of Grandmaster Bobby Tabuada.
So I just want to say, for the people who were there, I want to apologize because sometimes I feel like when I bring my camera to GM Bobby like knows exactly what to do. So I felt like when I showed up, I felt like I interrupted what y'all's were doing, and hopefully it was worth it because I think some of these videos are just, you know, legacy pieces. So but I just wanted you to know I was thinking that while I was there. I was like, oh man, GM Bobby keeps like playing to the camera, but in this video it all makes sense why. So let's keep watching.
Speaking from the heart, in between incredible demonstrations of Balintawak with his most senior students.
In reality, it won't take that long. It's just a matter of split seconds. Quicker. This side. See that?
See, he says it won't take that long.
I
Split
don't
second.
know how to teach group.
This. All right, y'all, let's pay attention. Everybody lean in, sit back. All right, because I think this is really important. GM Bobby starts talking about the grouping system, its purpose. And there's so much, like I have the pleasure of having a lot of videos of GM Bobby, and I just watch them and I kind of read between the lines. We're going to do that together right now.
I don't know how to teach group. It's only now that I teach group because I want to promote the art. We only teach one-on-one. How can you promote it? Maybe I have one good student, 20, 30 years, only one or two. I have to promote it for my grandmasters. And I wish they're still alive today watching us guys promoting the art of Balintawak. That's the main thing here. My aim is how to promote this art. Can you believe that? I am the poorest practitioner in Balintawak. I am scrubbing the floor just to get my lesson. but I'm the one who promote the art worldwide.
Yo, man, honestly, bros, that video still gets me to this day, man. That video, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of that video. I'm so proud that I'm able to, just to be a little part of that. So what did GM Bobby say there? What did GM Bobby say? He says he doesn't know what a grandmaster is, and that completely falls in line with what a lot of people are saying these days about Filipino martial arts, that these ranks, Tuhan, Guru, GM, Mandala, Agalan, all of these ranks didn't really exist when these guys were coming up and learning their craft. And another thing that these legends that we all revere today, they learned under a completely different learning format and platform. That doesn't mean we can't access that, right? A lot of people know, a lot of GM Bobby's senior students know, like an hour private lesson with him is like worth its weight in gold. It's like worth weeks and weeks of, in-class training. What's another thing that GM Bobby says there? He doesn't know how to teach a group, right? And so he had to sort of create a way to be able to spread that art. Why? There is something that he believes in other than his love for his grandmasters, right? Like there's something he believes in about Balintawak, and he understood a prioritization that not a lot of Filipino martial arts grandmasters understand. The first order of priority is to spread the art and to create as many good quality instructors as possible. Like that's priority number one, to ensure the longevity of an art, right? To make sure that it doesn't die. And then from there, sometimes I joke like the Balintawak sometimes seems like a pyramid scheme, like you can't reach executive level until you raise up 2 other levels, right? Like you can't be a level 7 unless you teach and raise up somebody to the rank of level 6. That's very pyramid schemey, right? But I think it works to a degree for Filipino martial arts, especially when your priority is to spread this thing like a virus as far and as wide as possible. And the good thing is, we're not selling, essential oils or, other crap like that. We're selling the art and we're spreading the art. So, hey, I think it's brilliant. So next, man, I hope you guys are enjoying this, man. I'm enjoying this. There's a few of you out here, a bunch of people with no work tomorrow. That's cool. Or you live on the wrong coast. Just kidding. No, the West Coast is the right coast. That's for sure. Let's get to some comments. Forget about you. What's this? What is this guy saying? Next year, Alex. Next year, it's on my calendar. Yeah. Rex Navarrete, the OG. Loving this FMA stream. Had my ass kicked all last weekend at SMR for Lightning. Yes, I saw that. Good for you, bro. Good for you. Yeah, I think I saw you there. It was maybe with Guru Pena, but Lightning Scientific is a dope system. Kalisa Illustrissimo is a dope system. Whatever you take Balintawak, take all of it, make it yours, bro. Make it yours. And honestly, I have a character named GM Pogi who kind of pokes fun at Filipino martial arts. The more you dig, Rex, as a comedian, as a brilliant mind, right, as an observer of people and things and relationships, you stay long enough in Filipino martial arts and you have material for days, bro. Like I can only imagine the kind of sets and bits that you're going to come up with, like really leaning into the Filipino martial arts culture. And there's not a whole lot of players. I'm like probably the only comedian there and I suck. So please, bro, dig in. It's friggin' worth it. Never gets old. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, you're on a thing there, bro. Like GM Carlito Bonjo. Yo. Oh man, I'm gonna have to. Okay, there's a video that I made with GM Carlito called they sent farmers, they got warriors, and it's a little story that we told about Stockton. So, all right, okay, that's enough messages for now. We're gonna get to Edgar Sulite. So, I've heard this guy's name, Edgar Sulite, other names like Villa Brule and all these people. Like, there's so many names, right, in FMA. And so sometimes I'm like, okay, cool, he was great. And then I believe it was, I want to say Coach Greg Nelson from Minnesota, the Minnesota Martial Arts Academy, who gave me an Edgar Sulite DVD, and I watched it. Edgar Sulite is the man. Edgar Sulite, he wasn't tall in stature, and I don't think I've seen footage of him fight or anything like that. But you can tell this was a man who understood range and timing, and that you needed to modify these traditional techniques appropriate to the range and the kind of fighter that you were facing. I think the Dog Brothers are influenced. I'm making assumptions, but I watch Edgar Sulite's videos and I'm like, these are some of the most logical drills that I've ever seen. Edgar Sulite's Eskrima drills or Lameco drills, whatever you want to call it, it is profound. It's simple. There is sophistication if you want to take that route. But if you want to learn how to fight with a stick, I think you would be foolish not to study Edgar Sulite. And we're going to play a little video here. But first, after Edgar Sulite, I'm going to show you some of the best knife, like real close quarters knife drills I've seen in classical FMA, right? In Baraw Sugbo. But first, we're gonna go watch a little highlight reel of Edgar Sulite. Shout out Rick Tucci. Edgar's the guy on the right. Smooth. Damn it. This. Even in this drill, even in that little moment, watch how he ranges in and out appropriate to where that stick is. Boom, out. You could have skimmed over that part. That looks like break in and break out from Pikiti, or maybe Sombrada, a version of Sombrada. Good structure. Look at that forward movement. Nothing fancy, just move forward. Look at that. Stepping with good defensive structure, running backwards. That is so key. I'm gonna pause you right there. Like, there's a lot of, triangle footwork and sidestepping and Pikiti Tertia and other arts. And they're fine. They're good. The most important footwork model that you can possibly craft, in my opinion, but I see it in Edgar Sulite in Filipino martial arts, is this. It's like it's linear. It's linear. Yeah, you have the angle at some point, but the fighting, the natural trajectory of fighting is to close in like this, right? And so if you don't have that in your footwork and you're like over complicating all sorts of fancy crap, you're gonna get eaten by sharks. Forward and back. Learn how to move forward quickly, slowly, with defense and offense, and then learn how to move backwards quickly and slowly with offense and defense. And this is what you're seeing here. It looks simple, but this shit is hard to do. Try it. He's just moving forward. Look, boom, attacking. And as he moves backward, chambering. Yeah, Edgar Sulite is the man, yo. Now it looks like FCS Kali. See how they break in on the 3? 1, 2, 3, break in. That is an FCS Kali drill set, if I've ever seen one. Good. come on, bro. Come on, bro. That striking disarm is crazy. This guy's range management is freaking incredible, even in a drill. Repetition, 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 repetition. Yes, buddy. Yes, buddy. Look, the same thing, but on target strikes, well-structured defenses. This guy's the man. That. Just the explosiveness of that at the right moment. Yeah. Just eating your space, bro. It's this guy was on a different planet, man. This guy was on a different planet. Like, for those of you guys who know Edgar Sulite, was he criticized? Like, when he first came onto the scene, did people must have trolled him? Like, people must have been like, oh, you shouldn't be mixing this, and that's not how we used to do it. Because what I see here is like first of all, I don't know this for a fact, but when I look at this, like, I see FCS Kali, like, I see all of these derivatives of older systems who have progressed. I feel like any Filipino martial arts system that seeks to evolve must have studied like Edgar Sulite, like Dog Brothers, NSI, FCS Kali, what's GM Felix Cortez's system, Filipino Martial Arts Global. I just think like any relatively modern FMA system must have been inspired by Edgar Sulite. Like, because I think it looks like he was one of the first ones to really look at different systems and be like, I'm gonna take that. I don't like that. Yeah, this guy is a man. All right, brings us to our last video. Thank you for watching, by the way. Baraw Sugbo. Here's a system of FMA that I know almost nothing about. I don't even know who the rep is. Like, who's the Baraw Sugbo rep in Canada? Like, who's teaching this stuff? At that moment in time, I'm assuming that public criticism was taboo. Yeah, but maybe you're right. But yeah, there's no social media. But I'm sure people were like, gossiping behind closed doors. Yeah. Break in, breakout drill with Taboada, fencing line. Exactly, right? That's like Leo Gahe, right? I don't know about Leo Gahe and Edgar Sulite where they were placed in time and how much one influenced the other. But yes, I saw the break in and breakout drill. I saw Taboada and I saw the fencing line. Baraw Sugbo went forward. All right, let's watch this. Dope little clip. I don't know who this guy is, but I want to shout out the channel. Anyway, you just take note of that. Or here, Escrima de Combate. Right. I want to shout out the channel. I don't want to just like rip their shit.
Thank you, Master.
Eduardo Senica. This drill. Watch. Let's watch together. I'm going to get out of the screen so you guys can watch this full screen. Here we go. Okay, this guy's trying it. This is really good. I'm going to tell you why this is hard to teach, though. I'm going to pop myself back here. This is hard to teach to a class because, yeah, people are going to mess up the methodology for sure. Right? Like, how do you build up somebody to do this? I think I have an idea, but right, if you were to break this down into techniques, there's like 1,000 techniques in there, and this is probably not the way to learn nice. Okay, so what are we looking at? We're looking at, okay, if you guys are familiar with wrestling, you know about hand fighting, you know about wrist fighting, you know about elbow pummeling, you know about pummeling, right? This is what this is. This is, again, I know nothing about this art, you guys. So if I'm wrong, you know, I'm willing to accept that. But what I'm seeing here is a prioritization on 2-on-1 control with an immediate priority to disarm. So tell me if you're seeing what I'm seeing, right? Oh, first of all, there is an immediate action, right, which is some sort of an interception or a trap or a grab, which makes sense. Followed by, and like this drill is so complex, but it's so simple at the same time. You're just breaking grips. You're prioritizing 2-on-1s. You're giving feeds that get your training partner to like naturally seek answers. Like right there, like just in that 1 or 2 seconds, there's so much that happens. I think there were 2 attempts at a disarm that failed because the feed gave a different energy. He had to adjust. Like right, not there. Right there. Oh, he had to disarm, grabbing the blade. So this is a hard thing to teach you guys. And I think the way to teach this is objective based. Let me show you what I mean by that. Oh, this is a perfect screenshot. You see how this guy has a 2-on-1 hand control on the wrist? Because the pathways are infinite to get to this point, you can't be like, okay, step 1, stab, step 2, grab one wrist, step 2, grab the other wrist, and then get this. So it needs to be objective based, and you just need to tell the student, which would be the guy in white, to go, your objective is to get a 2-on-1 opposing control on the wrist and pin it to your chest. And then the guy in black just needs to keep giving him feeds until the guy in white earns that. So this is how I would teach this, right? And I don't want to make it about me, right? But I hope what I'm saying makes sense. Like the moment you try to break this down in step by step, technique by technique, no one's going to understand how to do it. There's a lot happening here, and it's freaking brilliant, right? And the reason why you're seeing stop, go, just like when you see 2 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts roll, there's an acknowledgement of each moment in time, right? Because otherwise it would just be like it would just look messy, and we're not going to be able to learn, and then it's not going to be a drill. So the reason why it looks stop, go, okay, now go, and now go, because it's a fast chess match, right? And in a chess match, you take turns. So even though this is happening quite fast, there's a chess match happening, which means the feeder gives something, makes a move, and the player makes another move. And this is incredibly difficult to teach unless it is objective based. They're just prioritizing 2-on-1 with a knife. This is freaking good. And I know what the trolls are going to say, oh, what about his other hand is free? You can punch him in the face. He's not going to punch him in the face, bro. Can't. It's happening way too fast. And the nature of weapon fixation, he's not going to think to throw a punch while a dude is trying to get two hands on one on the knife that he's holding. A lot of people like who don't spar and like pressure test, they ask like these dumb questions like, you know, if I've got a knife, right, and the guy I'm trying to stab has two hands on it, am I really going to try to punch, or am I going to prioritize the fight that is meaningful here? And even if I did punch, it's unlikely that you're going to be able to generate not much power from entanglement with a push and pull energy exchange happening on half the side of your body. And with adrenaline pumping, you're not going to feel those punches. So, yeah, brilliant stuff. Really awesome stuff. Okay, guys, I think that's it. That was awesome. I should do this more often. Sometimes I can't sleep at night, and then I look for like Filipino martial arts videos. Like there's tons out there, but don't skim through it. There's so much to learn from other people's sparring matches. There's so much to learn from some. I understand the frustration. There's so much crap. There's so much crap that's filmed well. You know, there's so much crap that's filmed well that you miss the good stuff, man. Like you got to really know what you're kind of looking for. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. By the way, I appreciate that. Man, FMA is awesome. I'm feeling kind of invigorated. I'm Mr. Hypocrite over here. I'm going to teach a class, the local Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu boxing gym. I'm going to teach classes on Sundays. And part of the reason for that was when I was at Shacho, I got so many requests for training these tactical groups, and I was like, "Fuck, man, there's got to be something all right with what I'm doing." And plus, if I have students, I'm going to be able to lead them to people who are like actually way better than me at this stuff. And that's part of my intention, because I still don't want the responsibility of like, you know, making somebody a better that. Like, I just want to play some games, teach some drills. If you want to learn Paquidio, I got people you should meet. I'm not the guy, but I think I'm a pretty good entry. I think I'm going to call my FMA system just the tip, because that's literally all I can give you. Like, I can give you the tip. And if you want a deeper penetration, you go check out my homies. GM Pogi got a battle with my GM Tito Boy. Oh, sige, kung gusto mo, pare, huh? You meant to make a battles like that? Let's go, buddy. I'm your Hackleberries. All right, respectfully, Datu Kelly Ward. Shout out Datu Kelly Ward. If there was an Edgar Sulite, then downstream, you know, would be Datu Kelly Warden, and then downstream from that, from your instructors would be, hopefully, I would be honored to think that I'm part of some sort of like secret lineage of people who are just like, yo, fuck this noise, man. Like, let's just find out what's best and what works, and like, let's not call it our own, but let's own it. You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. So shout out to Kelly Warden still. Let's see, where is it? Right there. See that poster right there? NSI, one of the best Filipino martial arts seminars, the longest running in North America. The best. Yo, if you go to an NSI seminar and you think it's doo-doo, I'll refund your money, man. Like, that's how much I believe in that Water and Steel NSI seminar. It's amazing. Best FMA seminar in North America, for sure. Maybe the world. Attribute development in Lameco is amazing. Yeah. Like, I only had a few moments with Professor Leonard Trigg, and I don't know, is Lameco a system or is it a philosophy? Am I already doing Lameco? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. At that moment in time, I'm assuming that public criticism. Oh, Lamar, hey, Tomahawk guy. I'm going to plug this. Go to www.bikini.university or visit Blackbird Training Group. Lamont teaches hooky bullshit, Tomahawk, as he calls it, but it's super dope. It's like Lamont's Tomahawk curriculum is, and again, like G and Bobby, probably one of the more honest dudes in FMA. And supposedly GT was the one who named Lameko for Edgar Sulite. That sounds like a lie, but it could be true, actually. It could be true because GT's good with that shit. GT's good with calling it something and like making it like, you know, he's good. He's good with marketing. GT's a genius in his own right and in his own mind sometimes. Just kidding. I love GT. I had the honor of training with him in Cebu. Who did you have Edgar Sulite? You didn't train with Edgar Sulite? No way. Maybe this guy. It's the Baraw Sugbo guy. Yeah, yo, that's nuts if you did. I want to train with that guy. Datu, Kelly Warden. Edgar was highly respected. His evolution came through formal introductions. Well, that's it. Well, it had to have, right? Because what else was there back then? So his evolution came through formal introductions. Professor Trigg was very close to Edgar. Thus, my introduction to him, very personable and formidable when we cross sticks. Amazing skill. Yeah, I can tell. That's who, you know, sometimes like we look at drills on video that seem to amaze the masses, and we go like, that's nothing. It's nothing special. It looks sometimes choreographed. But some drills, man, it's like, where did that come from? Like, what was the evolution of that? How the hell did that happen? Because there's just, even if it looks, sometimes the best drills look so boring, and you really have to earn that knowledge. And I kind of learned this the hard way because I've said some dumb shit. You guys, I've said some dumb shit. You know, you guys who fucking follow me, you know, I've said some dumb shit, and I've had to earn the knowledge, right? Which is super cool. Reminds me of disarm flow that Diana Inosanto and Ron Balicki demonstrated back in the day. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, those two are awesome. Very generous with me when I first started my Filipino martial arts journey. Hey, George, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, I appreciate you. That was really fun. Nice selection of snippets. Yes. Cheers. You have bourbon. I have this like garbage Pabst Blue Ribbon, but all right. Yo, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Nice choices, good comments. Have a nice night. Good night, you guys. Oh, Armaza trained with Sinisa. Yeah, it's dope. You and your crew, the next evolution. That's what I think. Man, my crew is huge, man. If you're talking about the boudoir, that's a small crew, but the boudoir is really like, it's fed by so many sources, bro. Like, you would not believe, even just through Guru Joe Apostol alone. Like, there's so many. Are they called tributaries? Are tributaries like rivers that feed into a larger river that go into the ocean? But the tributaries that pass through the boudoir group, it's vast, man. It accounts for so much. So yeah, anyway, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for, like, here's what I appreciate. I appreciate that you guys appreciate what I'm seeing, because sometimes like FMA can get a little bit wacky, you know what I'm saying? Like, with all the disagreements, and you know, I'm not faultless in that, you know. Sometimes I say some shit that like get people a little riled up, but really I super appreciate you guys that joined and that that enjoyed this, because I enjoy the crap out of this. So if you guys got videos that you're like, yo, let's talk about this, like, let's talk about what people are actually not seeing in this short 55-second clip, or if you got ideas, but just keep it short, you know what I mean, like maybe 5 minutes maximum, because we got to be able to get through them, or at least skip through them But I want to do this again. I appreciate you guys joining me. I'd like to do this with you guys back here at some time. I really got to schedule these things, but like I'm not really that kind of podcaster. I kind of do it when I feel inspired. And so I appreciate you joining me. So let's end it right here. I appreciate you guys. Exactly an hour long. And I really don't want to deprive you guys of the dopest Filipino martial arts podcast intro and outro in the history of time. So here it is. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate you guys. Peace.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go.
You're finished!
Get up.